His boy, he's Cranston Buffon's, Honorable Cranston Buffon's little brother, and he's back in the neighborhood. Good morning, bro.
Good morning, Basil. It's good to be back.
Always good to see you. What's up? What's up? What's
Man,
up?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited to be on the rock. You know, it's crazy coming out of the situation that we're in COVID in London. And, you know, right now, just to be able to move around down here a bit freely and more better than in London is just amazing.
All right. And as you said, it's always good to be home. How's the family, by the way? Everybody's well?
Oh, most definitely.
Mommy good?
Mom's good. Just gotta keep my eye on my father. You know, he's not to 100%, but you know, with God, all things are possible, and we are grateful that He's still with us above ground. And every day above ground is a good day.
All you got to do for Brother Laddie, right, is make sure you get him some sweet grass.
Oh yes.
So you get him some mat, and he's good to go. Let me tell you something, right? It's something about when you take people out of their comfort zone.
100%.
Get them on some sweet grass.
Yeah, he already told me that as a matter of fact.
When you're going back up, right? Pack a bag of sweet grass.
Oh boy.
Maybe a suitcase or bag, and you take up there, you give Brother Laddie. Let him sit down and start to make some mats, and bet you he'll be brand new.
Between me and you, his hands never stop going. You know?
I could imagine.
The other day he told me he went out of grass, so because he went out of grass, I have to.
Well, you're here. So make sure when you're going back up on Virgin or British Airways, I don't care. You make sure that you take up a bag of grass and give Brother Laddie.
Yeah,
you know,
100%, 100%.
You've got a new book out.
Yeah, this is the baby. This is the excitement.
How many books have you done so far?
This is my fourth book.
Your fourth book?
Yes.
Okay, run us through them.
Well, the first book, you know, that broke the ice for me because I went through a very difficult time of my life through depression, anxiety, and stuff. So I focused on putting a relationship book out there, which was The Perfect Love Triangle. And then people didn't really know me, per se. People want to know who you are. So I published a mini autobiography, which was called Masterpiece, which I believe that was God telling me that I am a piece of Him and told me to name it The Masterpiece. So definitely that book is still available. And then a personal development book, which was to help people with their personal development. It's called Victory, Steps to Get You Out of Any Struggle that you're going through. But this baby right here, I said in 2009 that I would grace the stage with Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip-hop preacher, well-known motivational speaker and life strategist, next to, well, next to Tony Robbins, one of the biggest ones in the game right now. And I said that in 2009 I would do that, and I did that in 2019. And since then I said, when I did that, I was going to show you how to make dreams become a reality. And that was a dream. I spoke it, I believed it, and I made it happen. And now I've got the book to show you how to do it, to make your dreams become a reality. So most definitely, I'm excited about this book because I was meant to publish it in 2020 on my birthday, 17th of May, and then my sister died April the 14th, 2020, and kind of delay, not denial, but delay. And I added some more oomph to it because, you know, through adversity, there is triumph. And I've used my sister as that adversity to take it to the next level. And definitely, I would say it's the best book I've written. I put a lot of thought into it. Shout out to Scrappy, I tell you why. Scrappy said to me, Gusham, on the first book, how could you put, he's not a person without pictures. So as I decided to try and put some personal photos into the book and to be more personal with this one, to help people to realize a man of the soil, now recognized as one of the international motivational speakers in the world. Didn't do it just like that. I did it because I had determination and faith, and people like you, Basil, 100%, that, you know, you never push me to the side. You saw something. I don't know what you saw, but you saw something and you kept cheering me on. And that's the other thing, you know, you need people that can cheer you on, and I want to say thank you while I'm here to say thank you very much. I really appreciate that. 100%.
Good. All right, so talk to us about this new book now.
Specific question?
No. Listen, tell us about the book, the idea for this book, this new topic, dreams.
Yeah.
Right. That means that you're thinking outside of the box.
100%.
So talk to us.
Well, you know, all of us got dreams. Every human being got dreams, and I think dreams come from the heart of God. I believe, I remember growing up in Windy Hill. Me and my brother, I talk about that in the book. Me and my other brother, shout out to Noel. He used to take my dumpling, but he's all right. We used to have a time called talking time, right? Well, after listening to you sometimes. And we would just sit and dream about things that we would want to have. And the thing about it, I couldn't mention anything that he said. So I had to come up with something better, And that kind of stuck with me, the idea of a possibility, even though things were hard. Sleeping on the floor for some years before, my father could even afford to buy a bed for us. It was where, in my mindset that time, I really believed that I could have the 5, 6 bedroom house. I could travel around the world. It was a dream that my brother put in me. And as a matter of fact, before I came to Montserrat, just on the strip, he said, bro, you really live in the dream. Mm-hmm. And it all started with a dream. So, a lot of people have ideas, but ideas are nothing if you don't have goals. You have to have goals to make dreams become a reality. You have to have certain small steps that you have to take. You have to have a network. And in this book, I talk about how I made those those people that I reached out to. I didn't take no for an answer. Shout out to ex heavyweight boxer. He shot me out this morning on Instagram. I put out his video. Spencer Farron, phenomenal guy. When I had the opportunity to be at a Les Brown event, he was hosting the event. I reached out to him, and he said, just come. And that's what he said. And now I can say that I got the community of Les Brown looking at me and seeing that, hey, this is the next new kid on the block. So it's just a network, and it's very important. But in this book, I talk about specific details. A man of the soil, that talking about, some people say, okay, hurricane came, but volcano came and shaked a lot of people's dreams. That's how I felt. I felt as though those dreams were impossible. I don't know what I was gonna do in my life, but my boy Steve Harvey tells me all the time, like, your gift will make room for you, and my gift is speaking, and I'm not just gonna be a politician or a pastor, like one of Miss Betrove, she was my principal at the time. He said, "You're gonna be Pastor Allen."
Let me ask you this question: how often do you speak to these other inspirational guys, people like Steve Harvey, as you just mentioned? Do you have a network that you can link them anytime? Can you, for example, just pick up your phone and speak to Steve?
It don't work like that.
Tell me.
So there's there's a principle that talks about anything you touch, you endorse, right? So you have to be careful what you touch. So having that opportunity at the Like Success Conference with him, that was a very, very important part. But then obviously there's steps that you take between that to ensure that what I'm doing doesn't affect what he's doing. So he's going to scrutinize you. You got secretaries, you got people about 3 or 4 people before you go through to actually get direct contact with him. But he does know, like, he follows those people that has been in contact with him, and it just again that I create that opportunity, that platform, and that would open up some doors for something amazing to happen again.
Indeed. All right, so you've been out there and you've done that. What about the Montserratian brothers and sisters that you hang with?
100%.
How are you encouraging them to maybe get up, step out,
and get it
and shine?
Right, 100%. So first of all, I want to have a mastermind before I leave. I'm wondering if I should put a price on it, but I was thinking free. I'm looking for maybe a community center or hall, and just a quick mastermind network.
Deville is right here. You can get Deville.
Right. The last weekend before I leave, that's probably about the 14th, around that time. I want to have a mastermind, and a lot of people asking interest. So information is changing situation, but I say applied information. So I've been trying my best. A lot of people pick my mouth, and there's a young lady that I spoke to. She has what's it called? Event planning business. I don't want to call her name just yet, and she reached out to me, and I said to her, I gave her some really good insight, and she said, you said a lot of good stuff to me. But I think a lot of knowledge is very important. How you apply the knowledge now, that is something that is critical, to import. And I want to talk about social media just a little bit, because it was social media that made me. Be careful what you put on social media. You know, if it's not credible information about yourself, especially if you're trying to step out there in the world, the social media connects you to the world. Right now, I got my fans on. I want to say shout out to my fans on Facebook that are all across the world. That, you know, from time to time they reach out to me. So I make sure you make sure you show up in your truth. Make sure you show up in what you say you're going to do every time, because you know you don't want to mislead anybody about who you are as an individual. So for me, I'm definitely happy to work with anybody. You know, they stop me and they talk to me. I try to pour into them as much as I can. There's a mindset here in Montserrat, and I don't know if I should touch it just yet. You know, but there's a mindset in Montserrat. I feel that a lot of people feel like they can't see no possibilities. And
so I'm going to advise you, give you a little advice. Yeah, you're talking about doing this mindset thing, right? Mastermind. So I'm saying to you, put a price on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Put a price on it.
I always.
If you want to give a donation to the Golden Years or Marcus,
it does.
Or something like that, do that. But make sure that you put a little
price
tag
on
in
it.
it.
100%.
All right. So listen, we're going to wrap up this interview. It's always good seeing you.
100%.
We got some other folks coming in. I'm going to invite you one morning. You don't even have to come. Usually every morning about 10 past, quarter past, I do a little motivational thing. It goes for about 10 minutes.
Powerful, man.
So I'm going to give you a chance
to do that, man.
Next week.
100%.
Let's say next Monday or Tuesday morning.
100%.
Or next Tuesday morning is What's on Your Mind.
What's on your mind? It's back.
The ritual of What's on Your Mind is next Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
So I'm going to let you grace the airways.
Break it.
Next Tuesday morning, you have 10 minutes to do a motivational thing on CJP Radio.
I appreciate that.
Sounds good?
100%.
That's you?
That's me.
All right. Final word to your listeners and to your fans.
Let me just say, you are a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master created for greatness. You must make a decision who you will be. Live in your truth and understand your purpose. It was divinely created for you before you were born. Take steps to make that dream become a reality. And if you don't know what to do, listen to me. Ask for help and find a mentor. It's your boy, Dr. J, Love Motivator, number one motivational speaker and life strategist. Basil, you got me, right?
Forever.
Because of you, bro, I mastered the mic.
Beautiful.
I appreciate you, King.
God bless you.
I'm out.
Don't forget the sweet grass for better life.
Definitely. Well, he already done contact me so much time. Said make sure if you can just put some sweet grass together. And anybody, I'm looking for fruits. I'm struggling right now with fruits. So anybody want to reach out to me, let me know that I can have some fruits to take back on just to enjoy what I'm here.
Indeed.
Bye everyone. I ain't
Bless you,
pushing.
bro.
All right, I'm out.
Straight. Yeah, so folks, we're getting up to 9 o'clock. We've had two fine folks this morning. We got Teacher out there, and a while ago my brother.